Good morning and welcome to Relationship Wednesday with Coach Ellis. So, this is the day I spend just a few minutes talking with people, particularly women over the age of 30, who are in, want to be in, or have been in relationships with men about how to have better relationships. As those who are following the radio show know, we just got done going through this idea of the movie Acrimony, all the things that came with the movie Acrimony. So we're about to start a new series tomorrow night. But I want to talk to you just a few minutes about this idea of the strength of stewardship. The strength of stewardship. And what does that really mean, Coach? Well, I'm glad you asked me. Strength of stewardship really talks about this idea of how we manage our finances in relationships. Now, I don't want anyone to get this wrong, ladies. I don't believe that this idea that there's no romance without finance, because truly there are ways to have great relationships if we've not done well with our money. Now, the other piece of this is that I don't know about you, but every now and then my money get funny. My change gets strange every now and then, and sometimes it's more now and then again. The finances aren't where I'd like them to be. And I know ladies who are in this position as well, and whether they're struggling as a single mom, whether they've made some bad financial decisions. At the end of the day, how we look at money and how we look at our finances, not what we do with them, but how we look at them, not the results we get from them, but how we honestly feel about money, what we think about money, is an indicator of how we're going to react and respond about it in our relationships. If we have a poverty mentality with our money, we'll have a poverty mentality with our heart. If we have an excess mentality with money, we'll have an excess mentality with the heart. So we're going to draw the line. We're going to connect the dots between how we feel and think about money and how we feel and think about our romantic life. Now, for those Lady D that are saying, what does it have to do with relationships? Here's what it has to do with that. And here's what I want to encourage you on, is that just like bad money decisions, we've made bad emotional decisions, and there are recovery methods. There's a way to improve our credit, not just with our finances, to improve our credit when it comes to another person, how believable they are that we are going to do what we say we're going to do. We're going to be good stewards. The strength of stewardship, it's about understanding the lifestyle that we live in regards and connection with our money and with our hearts, our money and our honeys, our hearts and our wallets, what translates from our head to our heart. So ladies, when you find a guy that's complaining he doesn't have enough money, I can't tell you how many folks I've talked to say, well, we can't get married because the money isn't right. We can't get married because we can't afford it. We can't have children because we can't afford it. Here's one thing I know to be true, and has been true forever and ever and ever. The very things in life we're supposed to do, we can't afford it. How I know? I'm glad you asked me. Most of us, when we went to college, we couldn't afford going to college. Most of us, when we bought our first house, we could not afford the first house. Most of us, when we had our first child, we couldn't afford our child. Most of us, when we got married, we couldn't afford to be married. But yet we did all those things. And we continue to do things we can't afford because they're necessary to do. In our relationships, a lot of things we can't afford to do because, and it's really not that we can't afford to, we're afraid to take the chance. We're afraid to make the investment. Just like with your heart, your money, you have to distinguish between an investment and an expense. And I would say cut out your expenditures, increase your investments. So invest into your heart, invest into your mind, invest into your relationship. Don't just spend time. Hey, I'm Coach Ellis. You got questions or comments, hit me up at Coach at the RULZ, TheRULZ.com, or catch me on Facebook at Coach Ellis. Until next Wednesday, have a one tablet, prosperous, stewardship full Relationship Wednesday. God bless you. Bye-bye.